Hey babe, how are you doing? Are you still having contractions?
Babe, my water broke a while ago. My dad is driving me to the hospital. The contractions have stopped now, but I don't know when it will start again. Please come to the hospital, babe.
Your water broke already? Oh, babe. I want to be there, but you know I'm still on a business trip, right?
Oh, yeah. Can you talk to your boss and fly back here today?
There's just some emergency at work. It's really bad timing. But I'm talking to my boss to see if I can fly back today.
I know you just got promoted and have a lot of work, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, you know. I thought you'd be here to support me.
I know. I'm sorry, babe. Just hold on tight. I'll come as soon as possible, okay?
Okay. Your mom texted me that she's heading to the hospital too. Just come here as quickly as you can. I need you, babe. Babe, our baby is here. It was a really tough delivery, and I ended up needing an emergency C-section. But I'm fine, and so is the baby. Are you on your way here? When can you come to the hospital?
You did? That's cool. And I'm sorry I couldn't be there with you. I tried to catch a flight today, but they were all fully booked.
Really? What about a flight for tomorrow?
I'm still checking for available flights. Anyway, did you say emergency C-section? Are you for real?
I hope there's an available flight, babe. The baby got stuck during labor, so they had to do an emergency C-section.
Oh god. That leaves a scar on your body, right?
Yeah, they said the scar will be less visible after a year. It hurts like hell, but the baby was delivered safely, so that's all that matters.
What the hell? It's not all that matters.
Huh? What do you mean?
Jesus Christ. I can't believe you agreed to do a C-section. You ruined your body.
What?
No matter how painful it is, isn't it natural to have a vaginal delivery? Why didn't you push more to pop the baby out?
It doesn't work like that. The baby's life was in danger if I didn't have a C-section. I had no choice, okay? What's your problem with having a C-section? The baby was born safely and I'm okay.
It's not okay at all. How can I find you attractive with big scar on your body? I never thought you would have a C-section.
What the hell? Are you serious? I sacrificed my body to deliver our child. What you're saying sounds very self-centered. You are a father now, Andre.
I never wanted to have a kid with you.
What?
Especially not with a woman who has an ugly scar on her body. This is unacceptable.
Andre? What are you talking about? Are you out of your mind?
Me? I think you lost your mind, Chelsea. Anyway, I have to go now. Bye.
Hey, Andre. I don't understand what's happening. I can't believe what you said. Please, tell me you're lying. Babe. So, you don't have any plans to visit me or your child? Just to let you know, I'll be discharged in 3 days. Your mother will take me home, so you don't have to come pick me up. When I get home, let's have a proper talk. Wow. I can't believe you let your girlfriend live in our house while I'm in the hospital giving birth. And you telling me I'm the one who lost my mind? Ugh, you disgust me.
What? My girlfriend? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. I came back home a day early.
What? Really?
Yes. I intentionally told you that I would be back in 3 days.
For what?
You don't have any idea? I had a feeling something was off when you started going on so many business trips. And just as I suspected, you didn't even come to the hospital when I was giving birth. On top of that, you said some crazy things to me. It was really unlike you. So I decided to call your office, and guess what they told me? Your boss gave you a half day off because you told them I was in labor. On top of that, our neighbors sent me a text message while I was in the hospital. They told me they saw a young woman entering our house holding hands with you. So, are you still going to act dumb?
Damn it.
Just so you know, I told your mother all about it. At first, I couldn't believe all the things I found out. I wanted to see it with my own eyes, so I came back home a day early, and then...
Don't tell me you hurt her. I won't forgive you if you did that.
What? I didn't do anything.
Good. Then I want you to leave the house.
What? Me?
Yeah, it's our house now. Me and my girlfriend.
What are you talking about? It's my house.
But I started living with my girlfriend while you were in the hospital. This is our house now. I'm going to live with my girlfriend, so take the child with you and leave. It's my house, so I have the right to decide who can live here.
No, this is my house.
Chelsea, we're done. Let's get a divorce. I don't want to be married to a woman like you anymore. You can have custody of the kid. I've decided to start a new life with my girlfriend.
Andre, you're the father of this child, and the baby's only a week old.
So what? You're the one who got pregnant. It's your responsibility with that kid.
Fine. You don't deserve to be a father to this beautiful child.
Whatever. Just please leave my house, okay? I'll send all the stuff back to your parents' house later.
You have no right to do that. It makes me sick to be in this house, so I will leave for now.
Not for now. Just do not enter this house ever again. This isn't your house anymore.
Yes, it is. It's my parents' house.
What?
Well, I'll see you later.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
What? Oh, have you received the documents from the attorney?
Yes. Why do I have to give money to your child?
Why not? It's our child. You're the father of the child I gave birth to, so it's only natural that you should pay child support.
I haven't seen that child once, and I've had absolutely nothing to do with it. You'll get full custody, right? I shouldn't have any responsibility.
I can't believe how selfish you're being. Yes, I will get full custody, but you still have a responsibility. That's why you need to pay child support.
I don't get it.
If a mother gets custody, it means the father fulfills his role financially. You haven't seen the child once? I asked you to come to the hospital so many times. You didn't come because you were too busy with your girlfriend.
Listen, if I haven't met the kid, I can't confirm if it's mine or not, right? There's a possibility that you got pregnant by somebody else.
Wow, how could you say that to me? If you insist, I'll have the child's DNA tested. I'll charge you for the cost, on top of the child support.
Are you sure about that? But I'm still not convinced, you know? I can't believe I have to pay child support for a child I haven't even held.
You know what? I heard that your parents got divorced because your father was a cheater. Like father, like son, huh? Your mother told me your father paid child support. Thanks to him, you were able to go to school. Don't you realize something from that?
Seriously? So I have to pay child support?
Of course. I'll make sure you pay it every month.
Every month? Can't I pay whenever I feel like it? I don't have any extra cash for now.
What? No. It's your responsibility. You can't just pay whenever you feel like it.
Ugh, jeez.
Your mother was so shocked when she found out you were cheating. She's very supportive of me, and she says she'll do whatever it takes for you to pay child support.
Oh God. Really? Oh, that's annoying. I'm her son. Why is she on your side?
She's a mother too. Of course she'll be on my side. When I was in the hospital, she took good care of me. She was the one who talked to the neighbor who told me about your affair. She was crying when I told her what you did to me.
What?
You have failed as a father and as a son.
But it's not my fault. It's all because you had a C-section. You ruined your body.
Is it all my fault? Really? I know you were cheating before I gave birth. And what kind of stupid reason is that for cheating on me? Because I had a C-section? I risked my life to bring our baby into this world. How could you say that I ruined my body?
Shut up. Everything is all your fault. I'm glad that I'm finally divorced from you. I also paid this month's child support. You're welcome.
You don't have to message me like this. My lawyer already notified me.
You didn't expect me to pay so quickly, did you?
Well, yeah. I'm aware that your financial situation is not great, according to my lawyer.
Oh well, things are getting better now. Yes, I borrowed money to pay the legal fees and child support, but I had the means to pay it back quickly.
I see.
Do you want to know how I can pay it back quickly? You'd be surprised.
No, I don't care.
Oh, come on. Are you sure?
I have nothing to do with you anymore. Please, do not contact me.
Hey, you don't have to be so cold. Why don't you at least say thank you to me, huh? Hey, you've got to be kidding me. I already paid the child support. What the hell are you doing?
What are you talking about?
Stop acting dumb. Why the hell do we have to leave the house?
Oh, if you don't get out of the house soon, we'll have no choice but to take legal action.
Answer my question. Why do we have to leave? Why is the landlord getting evicted?
Are you dumb? The landlord has officially notified you guys to leave.
Huh? What are you talking about?
So you forgot. I can't believe it.
Forgot what?
That house is my parents' house.
What?
I'm saying that the house is in my parents' name.
What? Your parents' house?
It was originally my father's parents' house. And now the land and the house belong to my parents. They renovated it when we got married and let us live there. We were living in that house, but the title was still in my parents' name.
Wait. Yeah, I do remember that now.
Since we got divorced, you have no right to live in that house.
Oh, damn it. I always thought it was my house.
No, it's not. So please leave.
Do I really have to leave?
My parents already found a new renter, so you have to leave immediately. If you don't leave, I'll have you forcibly evicted.
Seriously? Then how am I supposed to pay off my debt?
What? Oh, I remember you mentioned that you borrowed money.
Yes, I did.
Hold on. What do you mean by how you're supposed to pay off debt?
That's...
What? Tell me now.
I was going to sell the house.
My parents' house?
Yeah, the house that I thought was mine.
What?
I had a friend who's a real estate agent do a rough appraisal of the house, and he said it would be at least $120,000. I was so relieved that I could pay off all my debts with that. But now I can't sell the house. I can't pay off my debts.
Oh my god. You're really stupid.
I don't know what to do now.
Well, that's none of my business. Just leave the house.
Damn it. Alright, I'm giving up on the house. I'll move out as you say. But on one condition. Give me back my money.
Huh?
The money that I sent you this month is for child support. I need to pay off my debts, you know. I'll find some way to make money for child support next time. Just give it back to me for now.
No.
What?
You can't be selfish like this all the time.
You're the one being selfish. You have no mercy on your ex-husband. I invested in a real estate, knowing that I would get money from selling that house. The person I borrowed from isn't someone who's going to wait patiently. Just give me back the child support money so I can double it at the casino.
I can't believe I once married a stupid man like you. I have no right to return the money that you already paid. You agreed to pay child support. It's not something you can just pay whenever you feel like it.
Oh, come on. Don't say that, please. I know you still have feelings for me, right, babe? I really need the money. Please, babe.
Ew. Stop it. Ah, you seriously disgust me. Don't you ever call me like that. It's all your fault that you forgot it wasn't your house and made debts.
But I don't know what to do now. How about this? If you return my money, I'll pay you back double next month. Deal?
No way. I don't trust you.
Oh, come on. Please.
It was a great decision to send you the eviction notice after you paid the child support. I have to thank your mother for her advice.
Oh, no. I can't believe I'm in debt for over $100,000. I don't know what to say if my girlfriend finds out about my debts.
It's none of my business. It's crazy that you kept it a secret from her. Naturally, she will dump you if she finds out.
You think?
Of course. Who wants to stay with a man who hides such an important thing? On top of it, you're so dumb.
Hey, Chelsea, won't you come back to live with me in this house?
What?
Let's start over again. When your maternity leave is over, you can go back work, right? Then we can save up money to move to a new house and sell the old one. I don't like kids, but I have no choice. Please, handle all the chores and take care of the kid by yourself, okay? I'll support the kid financially. Don't you think that's a good idea? I'll dump my girlfriend for you, and I'll forgive you for having an ugly scar on your body.
Jesus Christ. I have no words for you.
What?
How selfish can you be? First of all, don't you think you need to apologize to me? No. There's no way I will get back together with a psychopath like you.
Oh, come on, please. I will be a better person from now on. So help me pay off my debts. Babe? Hey, babe, please.
According to Andre's mother, he got dumped by his girlfriend after finding out about his debts. Not only that, Andre was harassing coworkers at work and skipping work so many times to meet up with his girlfriend during working hours. As a result, he was fired from the company. Unable to pay back his debts, he resorted to gambling his last savings. In the end, Andre lost everything to his gambling addiction, leaving him alone, broken, and with no hope of redemption. On the other hand, I am busy raising my kid as a single mother. I hope Andre finds a way to get back on his feet. Though our paths may never cross again, I'll always wish him the best.
Irene, are you free this weekend? You must be, right? I can't imagine you having anything to do, right? Hello, Sharon. Rude right from the start today, huh? You're as sarcastic as ever. I'll be visiting you this weekend. What? You mean tomorrow? Isn't that a bit sudden? What do you mean sudden? I'm your sister-in-law. You are Travis's sister. Don't you like seeing family? You're cold. I'll be there around noon. I've already decided it's too late to say no. No, I'm busy tomorrow. You'll be home all day, right? Travis told me. I'm busy anyway. I don't have time tomorrow. What do you mean you're busy? Tell me. The event starts tomorrow. It's the 3rd anniversary of the Tiger Cat project. That's an online game, right? You're busy with a game event? Is that the only thing a stay-at-home nerd can look forward to? You're a deadbeat. Don't be so rebellious. No, it's not that I'm looking forward to it. Yes. Okay. Go play your game. I'll come visit you tomorrow. It's already decided. I'm really confused. You're a parasite. You don't get to decide. At your age, leeching off your parents? A deadbeat. I'm not leeching off anyone. There are so many people like you. You take your privileged circumstances for granted. You don't do anything, but you act like a victim, like you're the one who's struggling. Making excuses about being busy with a game event? That kind of excuse won't even work in kindergarten. Seriously. I don't know what you mean. Anyway, I'm going there tomorrow. Okay, I'll make time. And my brother is coming with you, right? I'm going alone. Travis is working on his day off. Why are you coming here alone then? You're really difficult. Travis is going to inherit the family assets. It'll all be mine eventually. I don't care about that. I've already talked about it with my brother. Right? So at any time, I have free access to your condo too. Because your condo was bought by your parents. That means it's my house too. What kind of logic is that? There's no logic to it. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. You really have no taste, do you? What? Do you have some kind of disease that stops your heart if you don't say something rude? I was just being honest. You're ruining the apartment. What do you mean ruining? I've been cleaning and tidying up. Don't you have eyes? The whole place is filled with computers, nerdy video game stuff. It's a total mess in a high-rise apartment in Manhattan. I can't believe it. I'm not bothering anyone. Besides, it's all necessary. Don't you feel bad for your parents? My parents have nothing to do with it. Who do you think you have to thank for living in a high-rise? You don't have appreciation for your parents. You turned the high-rise apartment into a deadbeat pad, and you're playing video games all day long, living off your parents, and you don't care? What is it with you since yesterday? I don't like you. That came out of nowhere. I'm living with my in-laws, and I don't have any room to breathe, and you're living comfortably in a high-rise. Well, that's not my fault, is it? I only left because you wanted your own room, right? I did what you wanted, so how can you say you don't like me? Why is my room your hand-me-down? Because of you, I really had to move in with them. My fault? You and my brother decided to move in together, didn't you? I had no choice but to move in with them. Paying rent would have been such a waste. Then it's good. It's not good at all. Why do we have to live with his parents when you get to live in a high-rise? Why? I only moved out because I couldn't live at my parents' house anymore. That's why I'm saying it's your fault. I wasn't told that there was a high-rise separate from the parents' house. If I had known, I would have chosen the high-rise from the beginning. No, I'm not following you at all. What part of that is my fault? I'm the one who was kicked out by my sister-in-law. You are so stupid, aren't you? To put it simply, so that even a stupid nitwit can understand, it means that you should get out of there, and we'll move into the high-rise. Is that what my brother says? I haven't told Travis yet, but I bet he'll say it's better that way. Oh, that's what's happening. You're going off on rampage on your own. What? Are you kidding? It's true. Travis is strangely nice to you, but I'm his wife. In the end, you do as I say. My brother would never tell me to leave here. I think you'd better give up on this now. We're thinking of having a baby soon. I see. So what? You're not very perceptive. We don't even have a nursery in this house. We'd have plenty of room in that high-rise apartment, wouldn't we? Environment is important for raising kids, you know. Then why don't you buy your own home when you have kids? It's not right to steal your sister-in-law's house when your family grows. Huh? Don't talk to me about robbing people. It's not just about getting our stuff back. Your stuff? This condo doesn't belong to my brother or you. I know it's not in our name now, but Travis will inherit it eventually. Really, this isn't going anywhere. You're the one who isn't going anywhere. You'd better brace yourself. What are you doing? Oh, what are you talking about? I leave the house for a day and my apartment is empty. Only you would do this, right? Oh, I cleaned it for you. Deadbeat's room looks different now that it's clean, doesn't it? What did you do with the stuff in my apartment? I had a buyer take it away. It didn't amount to much, though. Oh, I'll take that money as a fee for the trouble. What do you think you're doing? How did you get into the apartment in the first place? I got a duplicate key from the last time I was there. The spare key was missing, and it was you. You didn't get it. You stole it. That's a crime. It's not a crime because it will eventually be mine. Are you still talking like that? You haven't talked to my brother? That man is too lenient on you. He's always insisting that the condo belongs to Irene. Do you have some kind of a power over Travis? But it doesn't matter how much you threaten him. It won't change the fact that Travis will inherit the property. As Travis's wife, I will protect the property from his greedy, deadbeat sister. Well then, I'll talk to my brother. Oh? Suddenly you've become more sensible. I certainly can't talk to you. Hey, what's going on? What's this all of a sudden? I'm busy. Please make it quick. Travis is talking about divorce. What's going on? Your father-in-law and mother-in-law are really mad too. Yeah, my brother was really pissed, wasn't he? I don't think I've ever seen my brother that mad before. What are you laughing at? What did you say to Travis? Take it back now. You said disrespectful things to me anyway, things that are not true. I told it like it is. It seems like my sister-in-law has really misunderstood things, and it's getting out of hand, LOL. What do you mean by misunderstanding? We were just trying to move into an apartment that will eventually be ours. First of all, that's where you're mistaken. What's the misunderstanding? The high-rise belongs to your father-in-law, right? You're renouncing your inheritance, aren't you? If that's the case, it will be Travis's sooner or later. What belongs to Travis belongs to us. This condo is mine. It's in my name. Huh? You even had the name changed? What lengths will you go to leech off your parents? I bought it. Huh? There's no way you can afford a high rise. You're a deadbeat, but you won't stop lying. I originally bought it as an office for my company. I'd rather use the money for an office than have it taken away for taxes. That's the way it was. What? Your company? Don't tell me it's not some kind of home security office. You have a very vivid imagination. Well, it's my home and office. So you could say I'm a home security guard and my business is a smartphone game development company. You're doing that? That's a lie because you're a deadbeat. I told you the other day, didn't I? I was busy with the Tiger Cat Project event. What? Don't tell me. That game is yours? Yes, my company developed it. So you really own that apartment? That's what my brother said, right? I'm not a deadbeat. I bought the condo myself with the money I earned. You misunderstood everything and have insulted me a lot. My parents are more upset than I am. I'm sorry for not knowing. Sorry? You think that's going to make up for it? What do you mean? Anyway, why don't you and Travis talk about it? I'm looking at divorce. I don't know anything about your family. Get divorced or whatever you want. Travis is your brother, right? Are you saying you're okay with divorce? I think you should divorce for my brother's sake. I consider you my real sister. We're family, aren't we? I don't consider you family. I'm sorry for everything I've done. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. So you think that makes it okay? Selling the stuff in your room, then I'll pay you back the money I sold it for. Is that okay? No, it's not okay, is it? There are some things I can't easily buy back. Like video game goods, right? You can buy them again on eBay or something. You're rich, aren't you? You're the CEO of a popular game development company, right? I can certainly buy my personal stuff again. But I told you, it's the company's office too, right? What? What do you mean? We had equipment that was necessary for our business, and the expensive stuff was leased. What expensive stuff? I got about $1,000 for everything, okay? You probably called a dodgy buyer anyway. Some of the computers alone were over $10,000 each, you know. A computer can't be that expensive. At the most, they should have cost $1,000. You are trying to trick me just because you know a little bit about it. Why would I try to trick you after all this? $1,000 is for home use, right? My main computer cost $25,000. If you take out the household goods, the cost of the equipment alone would easily exceed $100,000. As for the leased equipment, I'm sure you'll have to pay compensation as well. You're not saying you'll file a claim, will you? Of course, we will make a claim as a company. We're having our contracted attorneys prepare it for us. Of course, I will personally bill you for the household goods. There's no way I can pay that! That's not all. What more? What more is there? Thanks to you, our business has been suspended for several days. We'll bill you for those damages as well. What are you talking about after only a few days? Damages are only a few thousand, right? It's a bit harsh to charge that as well. You don't know how much our company makes per month, do you? Our sales are around $500,000 a month. This time, the implementation of a major event was delayed by 3 days. Since we were late, our damages are about $200,000. There's no way I can pay that much! And if you're going to charge me, you're practically charging your brother! He's already going for divorce, isn't he? So it's you who will have to pay. I'm never getting a divorce! Tell that to my brother. So you should convince Travis too. I'm a housewife. If we get divorced, I won't have any money. Then I'll go bankrupt. Then I won't have to pay anything. If you maliciously harm someone, that compensation won't be subject to discharge through personal bankruptcy. Don't use complicated words out of the blue. I have no idea what you mean. It means that my claim for compensation will not disappear even if you file for bankruptcy. I won't forgive you until you pay me back. But I can't pay what I can't pay. Then I don't have a choice. But you know, foreclosure is waiting for you, don't you? Foreclosure? We're a family. You don't have to push me that hard. You were trying to kick me out of my condo and you call us family? You disrespected me like I was a deadbeat, and now it's too late to apologize. It was a misunderstanding. I'm sorry. I apologize, so forgive me. Oh, by the way, the police will be there soon. The police? Hey, wait, what are you talking about? Because it's a crime, isn't it? Stealing a spare key, breaking and entering, and to top it off, you stole everything in the apartment. It's a crime even though you're my relative? Isn't it obvious? I filed a crime report. I didn't know that. You're such a pain in the ass. Then why don't you just explain it to the police by saying, please forgive me because I didn't know. There's no way they're going to listen to you. Oh, then am I going to be arrested? I don't want to go to jail. I can't. Please reflect on what you've done. I just wanted to live in a high-rise and I'm being treated like this. Don't you feel sorry for me? Don't you feel sorry for me, right? I don't. Don't you have a human heart? That's you, isn't it, Miss Smith? Oh no, you're treating me like an outsider, Miss Smith. Call me Sharon like you always have. Help your poor sister-in-law. You'll help me, won't you? I'm a stranger now. As a business owner, it's kind of bad to associate with criminals. That's why I'm blocking you. Our lawyer will be in touch with you soon. You know, I'm an only child and I always wanted a sister. That's why I was so happy to get married and have a sister like you. And to have a sister who is a developer of a very popular game. As a sister, I'm so proud. We are not blood related, but we are sisters after all. We've had our little misunderstandings, but we're sisters and will always be. I'm so proud of you. Hey, it's not marked as red. Come on. Did you really block me? Please do something. Sharon was subsequently arrested for theft and trespassing. After the trial, she was given a solid criminal record, although she did not get any jail time. Naturally, she ended up divorcing my brother as well. I sued Sharon both as a company and as an individual. After another trial, Sharon was ordered to pay a total of $250,000. I had a tough time, but I'm the type who doesn't stay down after a fall. I wanted to use the experience of this trial to my advantage. I developed a new smartphone game, Revenge Trial, in which a lawyer is the main character. It was a big hit, and the company's performance improved even further.
Hey, lazy old hag! How long are you gonna stay in my parents' house? Get the hell out of here! Excuse me? Kylie? Lazy old hag? Me? What are you talking about? Are you joking? I'm not joking! You're an old hag! Is there any other lazy old hag in the house besides you? No, right? Hold on. Why are you calling me like that? That's not nice at all. Are you serious? You're 37 now, right? That means you're 15 years older than me. Geez, you're almost 40, old hag. No, I'm your sister-in-law, not a hag. So you should call me sis or by my name. Huh? Why should I call you like that? You should accept your reality that you're an old lady. It's so pathetic. Also, I don't want to consider you as my sister-in-law. I really don't even like the fact that you are staying at my parents' house. Why? Why do you hate me so much? I know it's true that I'm nearly reaching my 40s, but we are a family, so I think you should be a little more nice to me. What? A family? No fucking way! You're a complete stranger to me. It's so annoying to have a stranger in our house. But I thought I was accepted as a family when I married your brother. Oh, please. You're just like a housekeeper in our house. A housekeeper? That's right. Everyone in my family thinks you're a housekeeper. So, you don't have to have kids with my brother, and you don't have to act like a wife. Don't ever think that you're a part of this family ever again. I've never been called a housekeeper, except by you. I don't think everyone thinks that way. Besides, you can't tell me what to do. I want to have a child eventually. I said no. No one wants to see your child. It's just so much trouble for us if you had a baby. Just act as a housekeeper in the house, okay? Please don't say stuff like that. Let's get along with each other. What did I do to you to treat me like this? I will raise the kids with my husband, and it's not like I will bother you about it. Your existence is bothering me. It's disturbing that you're pretending to be nice in front of my parents and getting them to like you. I'm not pretending to be nice to them. Listen to me, bitch. I'm the most beloved person in this house. But ever since you married my brother, all they care about is you. If you have a baby, they will care about you even more. So, you and your children are just in the way, and I don't want you in our house. You're an old hag who suddenly came into my home. Don't get cocky with me. Don't be so selfish, Kylie. My parents have been very rude to me lately, and it's all your fault. No, I think it's because you're unemployed and being lazy all the time. No, it's not. It's definitely your fault. My brother always defended me from my parents. I'm sure he thinks this is happening because you came to this house. If you leave this house, all of our family's problems will be settled. Do you understand? So, get the hell out of here, you old hag! I don't think that's possible. Everyone welcomed me as a new family member. But except you, Kylie. I didn't marry your brother to be a housekeeper. I told you I will never accept you as a family. You need to get out of our house right now. I'm not leaving. You can't ask me to do that. Please stop being selfish, Kylie. Shut your mouth. You're a housekeeper and you can't listen to me? I'm not a housekeeper. Not unless there's a good reason behind it. I'm not gonna let your selfishness ruin my life. I see. So, you only need to have a good reason. Okay, fine. I'll definitely get rid of you soon. Prepare yourself. What the hell are you gonna do? Well, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get you out of our house, and I'm gonna find a good reason. I'll have you out of this house in no time. I'll show you what happens when you don't listen to me. Hey, Kylie, what's this all about? What? What do you mean? I just came home and I found all my stuff are in garbage bags. I think you're the only person in this house to do something like this. Why did you do this? It's terrible. How do you know I did it? Can you stop accusing me without any proof? I have no proof, but you are the only one who would do such a terrible things to me, Kylie. You are right about that. But did you forget what I said the other day? What do you mean? I said I would kick you out soon. Oh, you said something like that. But that doesn't mean you have to do this. Because you said you would leave if I had a good reason. Well, I found it for you. You're about to be dumped. That's why I was kind enough to pack your stuff for you. I'm about to be dumped? What the hell? What do you mean? Don't you know my brother is having an affair? He's cheating on me? Is that true? It's true. I witnessed my brother cheating on you. Where did you see him? There's a club I go to often. My brother was there the other day and went to a hotel with a young girl he met there. I guess he must have had a hard time with an old lady like you. It's normal to cheat on your wife with young girls, isn't it? I guess he didn't even see you as his wife in the first place. I don't think so. Oh, please. You can't be delusional all the time. Well, no one loves you in this house, so get the hell out of here. My parents' house is no longer a place for you. Get out of here, you old hag housekeeper. I packed your stuff for you, sis. Get the hell out. No, wait a minute. Even if I'm going to leave the house, I want to talk it over with my husband first. You said you saw what happened, but it's not like I saw it with my own eyes. I can't just leave without talking to him. What, you can't trust me? Even if you talk to him, he'll just dump you. Then wouldn't it be better to leave on your own first? But maybe there's a mistake. I guess he finally realized that marrying you was a mistake. There's no point in talking to him now. In the end, my brother didn't want you to stay with us just like me. He's gonna hate you even more if you're being an old hag with a bad attitude. But now I know a stupid old woman like you will have miserable life at the end. I'm unemployed now, but I'm gonna marry a handsome rich man before I become an old lady like you. Jesus, I don't want to be miserable like you. Well, unlike you, I'm pretty, and I'm sure I'll find a rich and handsome husband soon. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna live a miserable life like you, who got dumped after being cheated on in her 40s. Say whatever you want, Kylie, but I need to talk to my husband about our future. Oh my God, you're so annoying. Let my brother be happy. He's done with you already. Wake up and see the reality now. No one loves you. Get the hell out of our life. Hello? I heard you went back to your parents' house. Yes, I did. I'm glad we have a new extra room in our house now. Our house is so much better without you. Oh yeah? Good for you, Kylie. You kicked me out and now you're texting me? I just wanted to know how miserable the poor old housekeeper is. After you left, our house is back to normal. My brother seems happy now that he's free from the old hag. I wonder if he's really happy. What? What do you mean? Do you think my brother really loved you? Do you think he's sad because you're gone? Don't be so delusional. It's so pathetic. No, I'm talking about his future. I fired your brother, so I'm just wondering if he'll be able to live happily ever after. Huh? You're fired, my brother? What the hell are you talking about? You don't have the authority to fire my brother. Oh, you didn't know? Huh? What do you mean by that? Actually, I'm the president of the company he works for. Huh? You're the president? That can't be true. Oh my God, you're an old hag, and on top of that, you're a big liar. I was right to kick you out. It's true. It was originally my uncle's company, but recently I took over the company and became the president. What? Your brother used to mess with our female employees before. But because he was my uncle's favorite, he wasn't punished or anything. But after I took over, I began to actively seek out the opinions of my female employees. They were so disturbed by your creepy brother. So I fired him. No way! My brother wouldn't be convinced if you fired him for that. Well, after I asked him about the affair, he admitted and accepted my decision. He was furious with you for snitching the affair to me. He said, if my sister hadn't told you about the affair, I wouldn't have been fired. I think it's his own fault for cheating on me. You and your brother are very much alike in shifting the blame. Oh, my brother is really mad at me? Yeah, I've never seen him that angry. Oh no! What should I do? I guess he's really pissed off since he has been protecting you from your parents nagging you, and you betrayed him like this. He said he will never forgive you no matter what. Oh my God! I shouldn't have done this! I thought if he was having an affair with a beautiful young woman, he doesn't need an old lady, so I did it for the best. What should I do? My brother will never forgive me. It's too late to regret it now, Kylie. Well, after firing him, I'm going to divorce him too. As you wish, I will no longer be a part of your family. Wait a minute! About that, can you think about it again? Why? You are the one who wanted to get rid of me the most. Aren't you glad you got your way? Your house feels so much better after I left, right? Yeah, I know, but if my brother is mad at me and if he was fired, it's a different story. I still hope that you and my brother will get back together. Otherwise, everyone in this house will hate me. No way. You're such a jerk for changing your mind when things go bad. I'm not gonna do what you want me to do. Please, sis. Let's get along from now on as a family. I'm sure my brother is sorry for what happened, and I'm sure he won't cheat on you again. I won't call you an old hag anymore either. I call you sis. Don't call me like that. We are just strangers, remember? I don't trust you and your brother anymore. I've already filed for divorce, and he will pay for what he did. My brother is unemployed now. How could you do that? It's terrible, sis. It's not terrible. This is the karma for what he did. I'm divorcing him because he cheated on me. First of all, I didn't fire him just because I'm divorcing him. Hey, please! Don't do that! Oh no, my brother messaged me just now. He said it's all my fault. Oh no, he's so angry. He never got angry with me this much before. I'm scared. Hey, please help me, sis. I will not change my decision. Now that I'm a stranger to you guys, I won't be communicating with you in the future either. Goodbye. I don't think I'll ever see you again. Wait! If you don't do anything, I'm gonna be in real trouble. Please don't abandon your family. I officially divorced my ex-husband and demanded alimony from him for cheating on me. After the divorce, he, who had been Kylie's only supportive family member at home, now hated her. Kylie finally decided to start working at a job that provides accommodation because she was feeling ashamed about staying at her parents' home. However, since this was her first time getting a job, she could not get it done at all. She was scolded by her boss every day. Even though she wanted to quit her job, but had no place to return to, she continues to work and cry every day.
Hey Gia, I have something important to tell you. Do you have a sec? Why are you acting so formal? What's going on? What's so important? I'll cut to the chase. I want you to divorce me. I beg your pardon? What happened all of a sudden? Actually, there's a woman I've been seeing for a long time. I found out she was pregnant, so I've decided to take responsibility and be with her. I want a divorce from you. OMG! Hold on a sec. You mentioned it so casually that you've been seeing someone else. You've been cheating on me. How long is a long time? About 2 years. 2 years? Who is she? What's her name? Her name is Helen. She's 20 years younger than us. She's really pretty and down to earth. I can't believe it. 20 years younger? Our kids are closer in age. To think you've been cheating with someone so young for 2 years? Age doesn't matter. We're genuinely in love. I don't want you to brush it off with such a simple word as cheating. That's disrespectful, even to the unborn child, isn't it? What are you talking about? Do you even hear yourself? Of course I do. All right, I've got the basic idea. You want to divorce me. Yeah, I don't want her to be a single mom. For the sake of our unborn child, I think it makes sense to take responsibility for the baby and marry her. Speaking of kids, we have our own too. Do you not care about your responsibility as a father to them? They are both grown up and independent. I want to take this opportunity to be free of you guys. What's that supposed to mean? You make it sound like you were forced to stay with us all this time. Have you always felt that way? Of course, I didn't feel that way when we first got married. But as the kids got older and we stopped being intimate with each other, I suddenly felt a void in my life. I felt like I was just a cash cow for you guys. Hold on. There's no way that's true. I've never even thought of you like that, let alone said it. That's just you overthinking things. It's okay. I'm just a tool to make money. But then I met her, and she gave me solace. She made me realize what true love is. With her, I'm sure we can be a loving couple, not just being used for money. I want to spend the rest of my life with her and our unborn child. So please, I'm begging you, set me free. I want to start a second life with my new family. If you insist that much, and considering she's pregnant, there's not much else to do, I suppose. Fine, let's get a divorce. Thank you for understanding. I'm relieved. Being so understanding is one of your strengths. I've already seen a lawyer and had him prepare the divorce papers. I've signed my parts, so please sign and submit them as soon as possible, preferably today or tomorrow. Once we've sorted out the property division, the divorce will be finalized. Are you serious? What? You're forgetting something. I understand the divorce papers and property division. What about alimony? Alimony? Why? Isn't it obvious? You cheated, so you should pay me for the emotional damage. I won't allow a divorce without you paying up. Do you really think I need to pay you for that? I said there's a baby on the way, right? That child support can offset it. Are you kidding me? Think about it. A woman nearing retirement age versus a child who's about to be born. Which one should money be spent on? It's so obvious that you don't even have to think about it, right? Unless you're the kind of despicable person who would leech money off a child. If that's the case, then divorcing you was truly the right decision. What are you even saying? Offset with child support? Why should my alimony be offset against child support for your affair baby? If you want to pay it for our kids, I understand. But that unborn baby has nothing to do with me. Do you seriously think your argument is valid? I'm going to make sure I get my alimony. You're always about money. Such a greedy woman, aren't you? You know what? You cheated on me and you're refusing to pay alimony. You're the greedy one. If you're so intent on taking responsibility and marrying your mistress, take responsibility for me, who you're divorcing. You know what? That's the thing about you. I ended up cheating on you because you're that kind of woman, always talking about money. You really see me as just a cash cow. If you truly loved me, you should support my future without harping on about money. Jeez. Well, say whatever you want. No matter what, alimony is my rightful claim. Oh, and your mistress, Helen, right? Can you give me her number? I want to contact her directly. There's no way I would tell you. What do you intend to say to her? If you hurt her, I won't forgive you. Listen, I'm not going to act immaturely with a woman around the same age as her child. If you're really planning to marry her, there are proper procedures, right? There's also the matter of moving. I just want to talk to her directly about those things. Going through you would take time and could lead to misunderstandings. And then it'll take longer for you to get married to her. Is that what you want? If that's the case, I don't have a choice. Just don't say anything that might stress her out. After all, she's pregnant with my precious child. I know, I get it. Hi there. This is Gia, Matt's wife. I got your number from him. Is this Helen, the woman he cheated on me with? Yes! This is the new wife. You're Gia, the ex-wife, right? Oh dear, you're quite out of touch, aren't you? We haven't divorced yet. You don't need to act tough, you know. You've pretty much decided to divorce, right? LOL. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I took your husband away from you, LOL. But there's no need to feel frustrated. Naturally, he'd choose me, a young and cute one, over a woman approaching retirement age, right? Can I ask you something? Why did you have an affair with him? He's about the same age as your own parents. He talked about being in love and all, but is that really true? Well, that's obvious. It's all about the money. My dream is to be a rich housewife. I want to live in a stylish house and raise my children gracefully. I can't do those things like save money or sacrifice, and I definitely don't want to do housework. So, I want to marry someone rich enough to hire a housekeeper, plus someone who would do whatever I say, no questions asked. Matt works for a prestigious company and owns a stylish house. On top of that, he's head over heels for me and listens to everything I say. He was a perfect fit for my criteria. LOL. Oh, and in the future, I'll inherit some wealth too. So there's that. LOL. So I seduced him. He might believe we're in love, but it's just him. LOL. But if that means I can become rich, I'll do anything. Seriously. Oh, I see. Well, I'm totally convinced now. A man who cheats with someone 20 years younger and a money-driven woman. Low and vulgar. Quite the fitting couple. That's funny. Is that your best attempt at a sore loser? Being robbed of a husband by a young woman and about to get divorced. No matter what you say, it doesn't hurt or itch a bit. LOL. After all, I'm pregnant, so can you just get the divorce over with? You a poor old hag. LOL. Stop clinging so desperately to your ex-husband after being cheated on, please. LOL. I know. All right then. I'll have his belongings sent over to your place. I've already arranged for movers. If you could give me the address, they should arrive the day after tomorrow. He himself will be heading there today with only essential items. We've already signed and submitted the papers to the lawyer, so from here on, it's up to the two of you. Hold on a sec. Why is he coming to my place? It sounds like he's leaving that house behind. Exactly. Once the divorce is finalized, he'll be leaving. I don't want his stuff around the house forever. I'd like to tidy up quickly, so please give me the address soon. Thank you. Wait! I don't get it. Why are you kicking him out? You're the one who needs to leave. Don't tell me the alimony isn't enough. Are you taking the house too? Unbelievable! How greedy can you be, you miserable old hag? I think you're misunderstanding something. This house is in my name. It's my house, so there's no way I'm leaving. Would you stop slandering me? No way! Is it not his house? Never been. It's genuinely in my name. What the heck is happening here? If it's not, does that mean I can't live there? That stylish house? It's also in a great location. I was looking forward to living there. Well, too bad for you. No matter what happens, I won't hand it over to you. Not only will you not live here, but you won't even set foot through the door. No, that's not right. I was so looking forward to living the glamorous life of a rich wife in that stylish and spacious house. I know. I don't want any money in terms of property division. Just give me that. Then I can live there, right? Do you even know what property division means? I understand it perfectly fine. Don't patronize me just because I'm younger. When a couple divorces, they split their assets in half, right? Come on, does an old lady like you really need such a big house? LOL. Your kids are grown up and it's just you, right? We're going to have a baby, so we need space. Why don't you give it to us? In exchange, we'll give you all the money. Matt can earn the money again. You won't have any complaints, right? I mean, it must have been a gift from him to you anyway, right? Since you're getting divorced, make sure you give it back. You two really make a perfect couple. Both of you are hopeless idiots. They say birds of a feather flock together. Maybe brainless people attract others just as brainless. Huh? You see, property division means dividing the shared assets of a married couple. In other words, whatever is in my name remains mine, no matter what. Do you understand the meaning now? So, getting married to Matt doesn't make much sense now. By the way, most of the savings he has now and the money he'll earn in the future will likely disappear as alimony. The kind of lavish lifestyle you're talking about probably won't happen, LOL. Are you serious? So you mean he's just a regular middle-aged guy with no house or money? You've got to be kidding me! I hate him! I don't want him! I'm definitely not getting married to a man like that. I only got involved because he was rich. I didn't sign up for this. Oh, but He was talking passionately about taking responsibility and marrying you for the sake of the unborn child. He seemed to believe that you two are genuinely in love with each other. He came back a while ago, happily packed his things and headed out to your house. Oh, jeez. Well, I guess he's better than having no man at all, right? Being a single mother is tough, you know. He'll somehow manage with his true love, I suppose, LOL. Even in a modest lifestyle, if there's love, you can make it work, you know. At least he believes so, LOL. Without knowing that you were after his money, it's really amusing how both of you misunderstood and were having an affair. Don't you dare make fun of me! The pregnancy was a lie! I thought that if I got pregnant, he would hurry up and get a divorce. I just added an extra line to the pregnancy test. I don't need a penniless old man with no house. You don't have to divorce him now. Just don't let him come over here. That's impossible now. The lawyer already filed the divorce papers at the courthouse. No, God darn it! You're really getting divorced! Yes, we are. I'll have the rest of his belongings sent to you tomorrow. This will be the last contact from me. I'm going to block you now. Bye. Wait!
Hey Gia, open the door for me. I know you're here. Don't pretend you're not home. Your beloved husband is back.
Excuse me? Can you stop screaming in front of the house? If you keep this up, I'll call the police. Instead of saying silly things like beloved husband, why don't you hurry back to Helen?
She left me. When I went to her house, she asked me to wait 3 days while she organized things. When I went back 3 days later, it was completely empty. I rushed to get in touch with her and was told that the pregnancy was a lie and goodbye. She blocked me right after that. I can't believe I was deceived by her. What a fool I was.
Wow, she sure knows how to run fast, LOL. Despite being brainless, she has the ability to take action. Or rather, quite the sudden burst of energy, doesn't she?
I can't live in a hotel anymore. I have nowhere else to go. Please, let me in the house. Isn't this our home after all?
No, it's not. It's my home. We've already separated and waiting to be divorced. Why don't you ask your family for help? They're not that far away. You can still commute to work, right?
Speaking of work.
Oh, I know. Helen didn't give me her address after all, so I sent your stuff to your office. I didn't want them at home, and it was going to cost me a disposal fee to remove them.
You intentionally printed out the text conversations between you and me and Helen and you and taped them on a box, didn't you? My colleagues got to them, and they're giving me disgusted looks now. I tried to explain that I was just fooled, but no one believes me. How am I supposed to focus on work in this situation?
Oh my, I feel for you.
Oh, come on. Don't say it like it's none of your business.
But it's none of my business. Whether you're abandoned by a woman or lose your home, it's not my concern, so please don't contact me anymore.
Don't be so cold. We've been together for 25 years. There's supposed to be a bond, right?
You chose a young girl over me after 25 years together, didn't you? There's no such thing as a bond. It was shredded long ago, thanks to you. And all that talk about wanting to be free from us and realizing true love, who was that, I wonder? There's no love or sympathy left for you in me. There's nothing you can say to change my mind, so please go away.
Don't turn me away like this. I was deceived by that woman. Please, give me another chance. I'll never cheat on you again. Please, let's start over. I'm begging you. I'll kneel down if I have to.
Impossible. I'm going to live freely from now on. Freed from you, LOL. You should be glad you're free from me too.
I beg you, please. I just want to start over again.
Hey, if you intend to stay there any longer, I'll really call the police. Oh, I almost forgot. Can you communicate through a lawyer from now on? I'll block you on my phone now. Bye. Soon after, the police were called and Matt was taken away by them. According to what the lawyer told me, he was only given a stern warning. Perhaps that was enough for him as he never bothered me again. After that, with the assistance of the lawyer, the full amount of alimony was paid within about a month. As for Matt, since then, he couldn't bear the judgmental looks from everyone in the office anymore and ended up resigning. He's now working a part-time job to make ends meet. He sought help from our independent children in desperation, but he was rejected. his current life is isolated and seems to have deteriorated significantly. Through this experience, I strongly felt the existence of divine retribution. For the rest of my life, I intend to treat others with sincerity and live freely. Hey Eric, what's with the credit card bill this month? It's over $1,000. What did you spend all this money on?
Oh, it was an event last month. I made some purchases when I was playing online games.
Is it another smartphone game?
It was the 3rd anniversary event, and the team members worked pretty hard.
Yeah, but $1,000 in 1 month is a lot.
I'm the team leader, remember? The leader has to invest the most and work hard. It's all about the morale of the members. You're not belittling me just because it's a game, are you? There are people who are professional gamers. There are people who devote their lives to gaming.
But you're not a professional gamer. I won't stop you from playing games as a hobby, but you have to think about your family too.
I do think about my family. That's why I'm working, right?
Even if you're working, being charged $1,000 a month puts us in the red. If you spend most of your paycheck on games, we can't live.
This is an important time for the team. We're getting better rankings.
I don't know anything about that.
You wouldn't understand. It's not easy being in charge of people.
Being in charge of people? It's a game, right? You don't even get a penny for that. If you want to be in charge of others, you should get a promotion at work.
You think it's just a game, right? You're old-fashioned, aren't you? Society exists even in games. Sooner or later, many people will live in a fictional world, right?
Yes, whatever. That's what a random guy said. Believe it or not, it's up to you. But we live in the real world now.
If you keep talking like that, you're going to be the only one left behind from the latest trend.
I'm living in the real world. You're saying eventually that we'll all be living in the imaginary world, but when is that gonna happen? 10 years from now? 20 years from now? Until then, we have to survive in the real world, right?
That's a difference in values.
I'm talking about cutting down on spending money on games, okay? I'm not talking about values. I mean, it's a fact that we have to eat to survive, regardless of values.
You play games too, don't you?
I play them without paying.
But you bought a Switch last month.
For 1/5 of what you spent last month, I can play for years.
It's still the same. You're spending money on games.
I told you, I'm not telling you not to spend any money at all. But really, this time is too much. I'm just saying, if you spend $1,000 a month, we can't live. So please, cut back.
It's okay once in a while.
So you won't spend anything this month, right?
I'll limit it to $500.
Exactly how much money is this game going to cost?
Listen, I can't screw it up for everyone on the team because of my personal reason. If they find out the leader doesn't have any money, everyone on the team might leave.
What? Are you playing a game to see how much money you can contribute to produce pop stars? I'm going to make you #1 at all costs. Is it that kind of a game?
Don't make fun of me. It's a full-fledged brain game that emphasizes strategy, where you make strategies with your friends and fight against rivals. It's an intellectual game, just like chess. You wouldn't understand.
Then why don't you use your brains instead of your money?
That's the problem with amateurs. If you don't spend money to get rare and strong weapons, you can't fight in the first place. It's a problem that comes before strategic gameplay.
What's strategic about it? In the end, you're just hitting each other with a mountain of cash.
That's something you should never say to a smartphone gamer. The production company can't run a game if no one is paying for it. We, the users, are allowed to play the game, and we give back to the management by paying for the costs. If you don't understand that, then don't talk about smartphone games.
I'm not talking about them. Anyway, you should limit your spending to $100 a month. I can't save any money if you keep doing this.
We're making a living, so why not?
What if we have kids? We need to save for the future.
Then we won't have kids for a while. I want to concentrate on my game now.
It's not what I was trying to explain to you. I'm almost 30, remember? Raising kids requires energy, so I want to have kids while I'm still young.
Anyway, right now, my priority is the game. You know how many of my friends are depending on me? If I, as the leader, show that I'm serious by paying the costs, the members will pay too. That's how the team gets stronger and stronger.
You put the game before me?
I never thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth. Before, when we were watching a drama, whenever a woman say, "What's more important, me or your job?" you used to say, "No way."
There's a difference between work and games.
There's no difference. I'd rather be in the game than in the office because my team members need me more.
That's self-deprecating, right? You can't be serious, can you?
Which part of that is self-deprecating? Of course I'm serious. I'm the team leader that the members depend on. At the company, I'm just a worker for an incompetent boss. And he yells at me for the slightest thing at the drop of a hat. He doesn't know what I'm really capable of. Everyone in my workplace underestimate me. On the other hand, the smartphone game is based on the results. That's why I'm accepted.
I don't get it at all.
Oh, I'm going to take about 3 days of paid leave next week.
Huh? Next week? What's going on?
Jeez, you seriously don't know anything? I have a big event next week. As a leader, I absolutely have to be there. This is no time for work.
Huh? Don't tell me you're going to miss work for a game? And for 3 days?
I'm more fulfilled playing games than having a boring job.
Don't you want to make an effort to enrich your real life?
If you have a problem with that, why don't you do it too? I made you an account before, didn't I?
Oh, you were messing around with my phone without my permission, saying something about a friend referral bonus. I haven't logged in since then.
You should try it. You'll see how good it is. Oh, and don't come to my team. We don't accept newbies.
I don't think so. Not interested.
Then don't complain.
I don't know anymore. Do what you want.
Hey, why don't we get a divorce?
What? If it's about the game, I haven't said anything, right? What's with a divorce all of a sudden?
We never talk at home, and we have no sex life either, right? That's more than enough reason to get a divorce.
It's because you're playing games all the time, isn't it? You don't answer when I talk to you. At night, you don't let go of your phone until you fall asleep.
It's all your fault. I've been playing games because you're cold.
I don't think so. If there was something wrong, I'd make it better, yeah? So there's no reason to mention divorce out of the blue.
I'm at my wit's end. I can't live with you. No matter what your excuses are, I've made up my mind that we're definitely getting a divorce.
We're gonna have a problem if you just make up your mind all alone. Give me a rational reason.
I told you, because you're cold.
Which part? What is it about my behavior that's cold?
If you don't even know, so there's no point talking about that.
That's not going to convince me. I mean, personally, I think you've been colder to me lately. You ignore me when I talk to you. You don't even look at me.
Please, just stop it and divorce me.
Don't try to push me away. I just don't get it. What's going on? Tell me the truth.
I'm in love with somebody else.
What? Are you cheating on me?
I'm not cheating on you. We're not in that kind of relationship yet.
That's not what this is about, is it? If you have a wife and you like someone else, that's totally cheating. Who is it? Someone from work?
No, it's not. She started out as just another team member. It's fate. In this game, where 90% of the users are male, she's an angel. Someone I met by a miraculous chance.
Huh? You mean you had an affair in the game?
I told you I wasn't cheating.
I knew your life was being taken over by a smartphone game, but I didn't think you'd even have an affair with someone. Really, in so many ways, I can't believe...
I know, it's hard to find a good guy like me for a woman like you, but it's real. Just accept it.
No, you're just trying to make yourself look better. I mean, don't just casually insult me with a woman like you.
Because you are always complaining. You're so old-fashioned and condescending about games that you don't even seem like a modern person. We have very different values, don't we? And you expect us to stay married?
It's so sudden. I can't think straight.
You see, you're so stubborn, you haven't caught up with the latest trends. I can't stay with a wife like this anymore. I can't lie about how I feel.
You're terrible. This is just too much.
It's okay. We can do this together, okay? Let's get through this hard time together.
What's with that line? Is this what you call a game brain? I'm taken aback. What do you mean, the two of us? You're just going on by yourself.
See? That's what I'm talking about. This is what I call a difference in values. We really do see the world differently.
What are you saying we should do now?
So, divorce is the only way, right? I've already filled out my part of the form. You file it.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about it, okay?
I'm not gonna change my mind.
I'm not agreeing to a divorce.
Anyway, I'm not coming home.
Wait.
Is this Eric's wife?
Yeah, who are you?
I'm Eric's financier.
What? Are you a baker or something?
Sorry, I'm his fiancée. Kitty's so clumsy.
If this is a prank, I'll block you, but...
Oh my God, you are so dull, aren't you? Haven't you heard anything from Eric?
Could it be that you are the one Eric likes? How do you know my ID?
You linked your ID in the game. It was easy to find out. The only friend of Eric's who had a low level was his wife.
Can you get other people's ID from there? That's creepy. I'm deleting my account.
I don't want to talk about that.
What do you want?
Please divorce Eric as soon as possible. His heart belongs to me now. His wife won't agree to a divorce and he is in a pickle. So I took a risk and sent this message to you.
You're being serious, right? So you call yourself Kitty? Can you stop acting like some sort of nerdy character? I don't get it at all.
What are you talking about, character? This is just me as I am. Is it really that strange for me to use Kitty as a first-person pronoun? He was right. You are a bit close-minded.
This is going nowhere.
What is it? You want money? If it's compensation, I have it ready.
So, you have that much common sense, do you?
Ha ha ha! Eric is right about this too. She's particular about money. That's why Eric had a hard time buying weapons, you know? Well, thanks to my dedicated support, we won the game.
Well then, I'll ask for a lump sum of $30,000. Then I'll file for divorce.
You're a money hound, aren't you? I'll transfer the money tomorrow. Please file for divorce as soon as possible. Melanie, I've been thinking about it a lot.
What?
I think I'm coming back. After being away from you, I realized that you're the only one for me.
What are you trying to say?
Let's live together like we always have. You haven't filed a divorce yet, have you?
I did last week. I filed the divorce papers.
What? You're kidding, right? You said you didn't agree to a divorce.
Are you kidding? It's finalized. So you and I are unrelated now.
Then let's remarry. Let's be husband and wife again and start over.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
It's not impossible. We can still start over. We're a couple. A piece of paper like divorce documents can't tear us apart because we are bound by the bond of love.
Bond of love? That's gross. Is that part of the game? If you have a problem with the legal system, why don't you go to the courthouse and demonstrate?
I'm not joking. You are the only person I love, Melanie.
What? I thought it was Kitty.
How did you know? How did you know?
Kitty is Nick, right? I never thought I'd lose my husband to a man. I was so surprised.
You know that much? I was tricked.
I didn't know that you were gay. That's why you couldn't stay married to me. That explains why you said you didn't want to have kids. I'm not prejudiced against homosexuality. You didn't have to hide it. I'll support your love, Eric.
You've got to be kidding. I'm not into that kind of thing. He pretended to be a woman. I was deceived. I'm the victim.
Huh? What are you talking about? You just misunderstood, didn't you? Nick was serious, okay? What's with that kind of thing?
What the hell? Whose side are you on?
Nick makes more sense than you do. A week ago, I got a call from Nick. I was pissed off at first.
Huh? I didn't hear about that.
He paid me $30,000 in one lump sum to be with you. I didn't think he'd actually pay it, so I was surprised. I called him again and asked him about it.
Compensation? I didn't know anything about that. And what did you hear?
You hadn't met Nick yet, had you?
He told me that if he meets you before the divorce, it would be considered as cheating. We communicated only through chatting and games.
I mean, promising to marry someone without ever meeting in person is unbelievable in the first place.
We were on a team together for over a year. We had a deep bond, and he betrayed me.
You're the one who betrayed me, aren't you? You betrayed me, and you betrayed Nick.
He lied about his gender. It was fraud. I'm the victim here, no matter what you think.
He didn't lie, did he? He tried to tell you about his gender, but you said you would accept him as he was, didn't you? He said he was happy to hear you say that.
Well, because just from the photos, I couldn't possibly think he was a man.
You really are an asshole, aren't you? Nick was serious about you, but you are saying that you were cheated and that you are the victim?
Why are you taking his side? He's the one who tricked your husband. As a wife, you're supposed to be on my side, right?
I'm not your wife anymore. Besides, Nick is a much more decent person than you.
He's not decent, that faggot.
How can you call someone who loves you a faggot? You're the one who said I'm old-fashioned, but I'm not the one who's retarded.
Look, I'm a victim of deception. Hey, I'm coming home now.
There is no place for you to come back to.
Don't say that. I'm coming home anyway.
I won't unlock the door when you get back. By the way, I already changed the locks.
Don't say that. I don't have anywhere to go. I was going to live with him. I can't spend the night.
Why don't you just go live with him? I heard he even signed the contract for a new house for you. Nick was really looking forward to living with you.
I can't live with a guy. There's no way.
I can't live with you either.
Besides, I quit my job. He said he was running a company and making a lot of money. He told me I could stay home and play video games all the time, so I quit my job as soon as I could.
I heard he makes a lot of money in web marketing. I'm in the same business as him, so I know his company. I mean, you're not a full-time stay-at-home husband and you just play games? Do you know how much Nick is in love with you? He's prepared to support a freeloader. He's serious, isn't he? It's great that he loves you so much. You don't have to take paid vacation anymore. You can play games as much as you want.
How great is that? My life is ruined because of him.
You deserve everything you get. Do something about it yourself.
Please, help me.
I don't owe you anything. Don't ever let me see your face again.
We're married, aren't we? Let's help each other.
I told you, we're not husband and wife anymore. I wish you and Nick all the best.
Don't give up on me. I'm the victim here. Don't you feel sorry for me? Please help me.
Poor you. I think you're wrong. Congratulations on living the life you wanted, playing all the games you want. I don't think that you had any physical relations yet, so I won't charge you alimony. But I'm going to charge you for the money you spent from our savings on gaming, okay? I calculated it, and it's over $20,000.
I don't have that kind of money. If we live together again, it won't be a problem, right? I know. Let's have a baby, yeah? I thought you said you wanted to have kids soon.
The idea of having a baby with you makes me want to vomit. I'm really glad we never had kids. You're the one who disrespected me by calling me uncharming and stubborn. I don't want to be with someone like that for even 1 second, let alone have a baby.
Hey, please, at least lend me some money. I'm broke. I know you got compensation from him, didn't you? I'm the one who brought in the money, so you can give it to me, right?
Too bad. If it's about the compensation, I gave it back. I felt sorry for him. He transferred the money in one lump sum right away, and I felt he was sincere.
Why are you being so merciful to that guy? Be merciful to me too. Please, just a little bit. I have sincerity too. I'm asking you with complete sincerity.
I don't feel sorry for you. I'm not going to charge you for the money you spent. Since Nick said he'll take care of you, you'd better move in with him. I'll go through a lawyer for the rest. I'll block you now. Goodbye.
I won't play games anymore. Please, forgive me. Hey, Melanie, forgive me.
After that, Eric had no choice but to go back to his parents' house. His parents found out everything and disowned him. He also said some pretty terrible things to Nick and was sued by him. Eric has repeatedly asked me to get back together with him, but I have ignored all of his requests. Eric has now managed to find a live-in job and works day and night without time to play games. He has been paying me back in installments, but I don't know how many more years it will take him to pay it off. Meanwhile, I was headhunted by Nick's company, with whom I have been in contact from time to time because of all these matters. It's funny how things work out, but I'm enjoying my job with much better benefits than before.
I have a favor to ask you, Amy. You'll do me a favor, won't you?
What is it, Katie? You haven't contacted me in a while, and all of a sudden you're asking me for a favor? There's something very suspicious about that.
Don't tell me I'm suspicious. I feel bad that I haven't contacted you in a long time, but it's important.
I'll just listen what you have to say then. Well, it all depends on what you want me to do. So, what is it?
Actually, me and Mark are getting a divorce.
What? Divorce?
That's right, but that's not the point. My husband and I both agreed to divorce. The problem is the custody of Brian. My husband says he won't give up custody.
Custody of Brian? Well, I guess so.
So, what am I asking you to do is? I really want to get a custody. I need your help.
Well, that's impossible.
What? Why? Why did you answer so quickly? You should think it over a little more. I'll be sure that I'll thank you. Please ask Mark to say that he should leave Brian to me. All you have to do is convince him. Isn't it easy? Why is it impossible?
No, I'm not talking about how easy it is. If I simply think about Brian, I don't think we should leave Brian to you. No matter how much money you give me, I can't do anything bad to his future.
Why? What's wrong with me? On what basis can you say that I'm a bad influence to him?
First of all, Katie, you haven't been taking care of your child at all. How many years do you think I've been taking care of Brian? You've been leaving him with us since he was in kindergarten, right? I've been taking care of your child at home because you said you're busy with work. Basically, you leave Brian to us and just transfer the money every month. You don't stop by on weekends or holidays, no WhatsApp or call him. Even today, you contacted me for the first time in a few months, but you suddenly asked me to help with you for custody of Brian? And can't you even ask how's Brian at least? I can't say anything too irresponsible about entrusting Brian to someone like that.
Hey, I was just a little panicking. Anyway, my husband is the same one who's neglecting Brian.
Mark is working alone in another state, but he comes to our house every holiday. He brings souvenirs, feels sorry, and plays with Brian until the last minute. And yet, you, who's supposed to be a 10 minutes drive away, I haven't seen you for the past few months, right? Even if you're busy with work, you're not living too far away, right? And you haven't called or WhatsApp. Isn't the proof that you don't care about Brian?
Shut up! I've given you money, so it should be good enough. I'm insanely busy, more than my husband.
Then I think it's even better that Mark has custody. Anyway, if you are so busy and can't even show up for such holidays, summer vacations, and New Year's, how are you gonna raise Brian by yourself? From what I've heard, you don't get along with your family that your younger brother took over. But can you rely on them? Your parents live far away. Are you gonna look for work there?
What? There's no way I'm going back to my parents' house. If I go back to the house, my brother and his wife will make fun of me. That would be humiliating. Why can't you take care of Brian at your house like before?
What?
I'll be single and make more money than ever. So I don't have time to take care of Brian. It's not like that the lifestyle is gonna change or anything. So why can't you just do me a favor? What's the problem?
Can't you see that there's only problems? Were you claiming custody with the intention of relying on your family from the beginning?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna be a single mother. Don't you think you wanna help out a little? Don't tell me you're gonna throw me out with Brian. You're the one who doesn't care about Brian.
No, that's not right. Come on, think about it. Let's say I can do you a favor for the sake of Brian and continue to take care of him. My children love Brian like he's their brother, but if you divorce my brother, you and I will be completely strangers, right? In terms of our relationship, You'll be my brother's ex-wife, right? Isn't it strange that you're relying on my family? If that's the case, my brother should get custody of the child. And it'd be more understandable if my family and your parents support him. Leaving the child in the care of your ex-husband's sister's couple forever doesn't sound right at all. Am I saying something strange to you?
In other words, you're never gonna give me custody of the child, no matter what I say. So, are you trying to take the mother away from the child? How can you say such a terrible thing? You don't have a human heart, do you?
I'm telling you, it's not realistic and it's impossible. Brian is a good kid, so it's fine to take care of him. But if my brother loses custody of him, I won't be his aunt anymore, and then I'll be just a stranger. If I'm not a relative to Brian, when he needs to go to hospital, he'll have a trouble, right? So, it's an impossible story in reality. Why don't you just give up custody and ask for free visitation or something?
I'm telling you, I don't want to do that. Just give me a helping hand with anything you can. Why can't you understand what I'm saying? It's no different than before. I'm gonna be in real trouble if I can't get custody of Brian. If I don't, the alimony and child support won't offset each other.
What? Offsetting alimony? Does that mean you pay the alimony? If you're gonna pay the alimony, that means you're the one to be blamed, right? If it's an amicable divorce, you don't need to pay alimony. And it's just gonna be division of properties, right? Let me ask you, what's the cause of the divorce?
That's none of your business. It's an invasion of privacy. I just want you to make sure the custody goes to me. I don't have to tell a person who's so rude like you. You're not trying to threaten me with that, are you?
I'm not threatening you. I just want to make sure. Even if it's only temporary, I'm still the guardian of Brian now. It's like my testimony will determine the custody of Brian, right? If that's the case, I have to make sure I know what I'm doing. Not knowing what you have actually going through, I can't just hand over custody to the guilty party. Brian's life may be decided by my choice, so I can't make a decision so easily.
You're persistent and always nitpicking. You really piss me off. You know what? I'll tell you the truth. I want to divorce Mark and get back together with my ex-boyfriend. If I get custody, the alimony will be offset by child support. So I really want to get custody. And after we remarried, I want to spend some time alone with him. That's why I want you to take care of Brian at your place. Preferably until he graduates from junior high school and is able to work. What do you think? Are you satisfied now?
Wow, there's much more trashy reasons than I thought. You're talking as if Brian is some kind of tool. Oh, actually, you want to get custody because of the money anyway. So, he's definitely a convenient tool for you. Even if it's your own child, do you realize that's the worst thing you could say as a mother? Or even as a human being?
Which part is the worst? I am Brian's mother. What I do with Brian is my business. You just cooperate with me anyhow. If I succeed, I'll pay you what you deserve. All you have to do is give a little testimony. You'll get paid for it. That's not a bad deal.
You're too selfish, Katie. Are your benefits more important than your child happiness? You're really horrible, and I despise you. I have screenshots of all your previous WhatsApp, so I'll send them to my brother now.
Hey, no! Don't do anything selfish. I won't forgive you if you send it. You'd better delete the screenshots too. If you do that, I'll sue you for kidnapping Brian.
It's okay. I'll fight back. We have pictures to prove that Brian has been staying at our home for a long time. And the bank statement is only $200 deposited every month from you. I have many other things to fight back with. Also, I have a friend, a lawyer, so you won't stand a chance. Even a screenshot copy of this conversation will be evidence.
What the hell? All you do is get in my way. I just want custody. Why are you being so insistent? You're not the one who gave birth to Brian. So why do you keep getting in my way?
I just want to protect Brian's future. If I give custody to you, who only thinks about yourself, we never know what kind of abuse you might take. Do you think you want to shut the mouth of yours, who only gave birth? To be honest with you, I feel disgusted to listen to your horrible words any longer.
Wait, I'm sorry. I was out of line. My bad. You don't need to help me out, so please don't send any screenshots to Mark.
It's too late to apologize now. Until the very end, you didn't show any signs of caring about Brian. You're a very selfish, helpless, disgusting human being. I despise you with all my heart. I'll discuss the rest with Mark and my husband. Please, do not take any contact with the home and Brian. If you take Brian away without permission, I'll call the police.
Wait, I'll be really in trouble. Please wait. Hey, listen to me.
It's time for kids to go to bed. If you'll excuse me. After that, Katie went to court to fight for custody of Brian, but she lost miserably. She had to pay alimony and was only allowed to see Brian 2 or 3 times a month. Still, she didn't give up and came to my house many times and tried to take Brian away. But after defending ourselves and calling the police each time, she stopped showing up, and we succeeded in fighting her off. As a result of discussions with my husband, my brother, and her parents, we decided to take good care of Brian in a home like before. Brian is growing up to be a smart boy, unlike his mother.
Karen, thanks for your help. I'm glad the hotel I'm staying in on the business trip is quite nice. 2 nights here are very luxurious.
Thanks again for your work today. Is the room that nice? That's great. Although it's a business trip, it's good to have a room where you can relax.
Yes, it's a really nice room. It's got a small kitchen and I can cook a little. It's more like a trip than a business trip.
Oh, lucky you. I wish I could have gone on a business trip with you.
I'll take you on the next trip. I'll do my best for the next 2 nights and 3 days. I can't eat your food for 3 days. I'll miss it.
I'll make your favorite food when you get back. Even if it's just for 2 nights and 3 days, you have to take care of yourself and eat a well-balanced meal. Also, be careful with accidents and injuries, and take care on the way there and back. Wish you luck.
I know. You also don't catch a cold or something. And be careful with accidents.
Okay, I know.
Well, I'm going out to eat now.
Enjoy.
I finally made it out of the house. I'll unlock my room so you can come in. By the way, the stupid wife doesn't even realize it yet. And she's still telling me to take care of myself, eat, don't get hurt, and so on. She's either my mother or an old hag. She's so annoying. I can't even look at her as a woman anymore. I want to be able to ignore the bitches I assume. And I want to flirt with you. Anyway, come to my room soon. Let's have a lot of fun today. I love you.
What?
What? Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Never mind, forget it.
Forget it? Don't say something impossible. What is this? What does it mean? Explain it to me. Is it me, the stupid wife? Who are you going to send it to?
No, it was that. It's a prank thing. I just sent it by mistake. Never mind.
So, I know you made a mistake, but who are you trying to send it to? Right after you finished your WhatsApp with me, you called me a stupid, an old hag. You can't see me as a woman? Who are you talking such bad mouth to? It's not someone from work or friend, is it?
No, just friends from school. We're just fooling around a bit. Let's forget about it for now, alright?
And then, you wrote something like flirting and I love you. It's totally a girl, isn't it? Robert, you're cheating on me, right?
What? Why? I'm not cheating on you. What are you talking about? Why are you saying such outrageous things? It's just a prank, and I told you not to worry about it. I'm sorry I said bad things about you. I'm so sorry.
No matter whatever you look at it, it's definitely a message that you sent to a girl, huh? You said caring about my eye or flirting, or even use the heart symbol. No matter how you look at it, it's cheating. If you still think you can get away with it, you're too stupid.
It's not an excuse. It's a misunderstanding. I've always been only you, Karen. I have a great wife like you. I would never cheat on you.
If you insist, can I search your room? If you say you're not cheating, then it's fine, right? I won't find anything suspicious, right?
Well, I'm sorry. I'm actually dating someone.
I knew it. I mean, isn't it a mistake to say I have a girlfriend instead of flirting partner? Don't use the word girlfriend or something creepy like that. It's not okay for a married man to have a girlfriend. Are you still trying to get away with it?
No, I mean, I'm really sorry.
So, who is this woman? How long have you been going on?
Well, I met her at a party my coworker invited me to. We started this kind of relationship only 2 months ago. Before that, we had a very casual relationship.
A coworker invited you to a drinking party, which was a blind date. So, you went on a blind date without telling me. You are married, but you went on a blind date. That was out of the question at the point. And it didn't matter until then if you had a clean relationship or not. The fact that you're having an affair now is what matters. Don't try to cover it up now. It's a shame on you.
Sorry, but I really love you the most. I'm just playing around with her.
You were calling me my stupid wife or old lady, weren't you? You've been saying bad things about me, and you two must have laughed about it. And then you say you love me the most? That's funny. Or are you trying to tell me that I'm easy and that I would forgive you if you tell me that you love me?
No, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry I talked behind your back. I didn't think you'd be that mad at me. It was just lighthearted. I'm really sorry. But it's like complaining about your marriage amongst your peers. That's normal, right?
Is it normal to talk about your wife with the person you cheated on? That's not normal. I've never heard that before. You've been saying you're sorry for a while now. Are you sorry? Or are you just saying?
Sorry. I'm really sorry. I really won't do it again. Neither the cheating nor talking bad about you. But if you forgive me, I want to have her as my second wife.
Huh? What are you suddenly saying?
Like a concubine. Of course. I'll put you first and take care of you the best. Just split my love equally between you and her. She's good at housework, and I think she'll be a great help to you. If we have children, we can help each other. If you don't like a concubine, just think of her as your housekeeper.
Are you crazy? Concubine? What era are you from? You want to keep 2 women. You're useless. Only dreaming. And it's gross.
What? I can handle that. That's something you shouldn't be saying the most to a man, you know. You just shattered my pride. I won't forgive you. Divorce.
What? You won't forgive me? That's my line. Do you understand you hurt my pride too?
Men and women are different. I've been modest and you get carried away. I'm getting a divorce. I'm leaving you and marrying her. I don't want a woman like you.
What are you talking about? Fine. I don't want a cheating husband either. If we're both saying we're getting divorced, I'm glad that makes it much easier. You'll pay me whatever you need to and get a divorce, alright?
I'll at least pay you. It's a small price to pay to get a divorce from you.
Oh, you said it. Don't tell you later that it was a lie. I won't go easy on you. So, be prepared.
Karen, I'm sorry about everything. I'm so sorry and regret it deeply. Please forgive me.
Suddenly you're whining. What happened? It hasn't even been a week since the divorce was finalized.
I proposed to marriage to her after I divorced you. She said we can't get married. She said we can go out, but she can't get married. Bullshit. I've been serious about her for a long time.
That's right. No woman would marry a man she knew would cheat on her. And then you go around bad-mouthing your wife. She can see herself being on the receiving end once she has married. She was just a little bit smarter than you.
And the company found out about the affair. I invited her to a hotel on the business trip, and I paid for meals as company's expenses. I dropped the hotel with her in the company's car during work. I borrowed a little money from the company to buy her present. I don't know how it got out, but it all got out. I was doing everything to make sure it won't get out. But how did it get out? I'm about to be fired. I'm gonna be sued for compensation. It's over. My life is over.
You've done so many things. There's a drive recorder in the company car. I'm sure they found a lot of evidence.
In my line of work, there are a lot of connections. Word of my affair has already spread to other companies in my industry. It's hard for me to get a new job at another company. Even if I went to another company, I'd have to give up my career. The salary will be too low, and I won't be able to make a living. And if I have to pay a compensation, I'm really screwed.
Oh my god, you poor thing. Well, I reported it to the company.
Huh? That's you. Why would you do that?
Because I wanted proof of the affair. I went to your company and asked if there was any proof I can get. Oh, sorry. Correction, ex-company. We ended up divorcing without much use of it.
What the hell did you do to me? Do you have any idea what you've done? If I'm unemployed, I can't even pay the alimony in installments. Is that okay with you? That's not good, right?
I don't mind at all. I got quite a bit of from property division. I'm not bothered if you don't pay me for alimony either. And I'm also a professional and earn a lot of money. Unlike you, I'm not a worthless person. I can live my own salary.
Hey Karen, please, let's get married again. If my company knows that you forgive me, I'll probably avoid being fired. I'll get down on my knees or whatever. Please.
You suddenly became so weak when you found out you were gonna be unemployed. Where's the bullish attitude you had until the other day? I mean, you said you couldn't see me as a woman anymore, right?
I'm really sorry about that. I regret it. I didn't realize it until after I lost you, who I really love. I was deceived by a bad woman. I was so blinded. I didn't realize how beautiful you really were. Please come back to me again. I won't cheat on you again.
Normal people don't cheat on their wives not even once, let alone twice. I can't trust you betrayed me once, and I won't. There's no way we'll start over or remarry, so don't ever contact me again.
Oh no. Hey, please. I'm begging you for the rest of my life. If I don't do this, I'll be kicked out of the company dormitory and have no place to live. There aren't many places that will rent me a place if I'm unemployed. I'll be homeless. Can you at least let me stay home until I find another job? Please.
Absolutely not. I don't care what happens to you anymore. If you keep sending me annoying WhatsApp, I'll block you.
Oh no. Karen, please, I'm sorry.
I'm blocking you because you're annoying me. I'm going to lunch with a friend. Bye.
Wait, Karen!
After that, Robert tried to contact me somehow, ambushing me, sending me letters and things, and other unwanted behavior. But because I immediately consulted the police, he was giving a stern warning and became quiet. Robert was fired from his job and kicked out of his company housing. Since he was unemployed, there was no place to rent, and he became a refugee from the internet cafe. At this rate, he may soon be homeless.
Hello, Grace.
Oh, hello. How are you doing?
There's something we need to talk about.
What is that? Oh, by the way, thank you for showing me around this neighborhood before. Everybody seems so friendly. I hope I didn't make any bad impression on them. Or did I? Tell me what's going on.
No worries. Well, actually, I have a favor. Your daughter often plays in my yard.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. She loves to play outside these days. But there's still a big park nearby, you know? So I hope you don't mind about it. You have a big yard and our kids are in the same class too. I'm sure they are happy to play together.
Actually, I can let you do that from now on.
Oh, come on. It's just kids. I'm sure your kid needs a playmate.
I am a professional gardener, and I spend a lot of time and money on my garden. But your daughter picked my precious flowers. On top of that, she digs my flowers and put her toys on the ground. My garden is so much in a mess now. Also, every year at this time of year, we decorate a Christmas tree in my yard. My kids put a lot of effort to decorate the tree, and your kid destroyed it. My kids are so upset about it, crying every day.
Oh, really? I think it's because we don't have a Christmas tree. She just wanted to touch it? I mean, why do you have to be so harsh on my kid? My little girl loves flowers. So, it's all natural that she wants to touch them. And the Christmas tree too. It's natural for a girl to be interested in something beautiful, isn't it? Also, you put it in your yard. I think it's unreasonable to say that kids shouldn't have an interest in it.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I mean exactly what I said.
Do you think it's okay to come into someone's yard and ruin their flowers just because you want to touch them? Digging up my flowers and destroying my Christmas tree is not playing, you know? It's vandalism.
Well, it's what kids do. You can't blame my kid.
Why don't you stop your kid?
If you think so, why don't you stop my kid before it all happened?
I've warned her many times, but sometimes it happens when it's not on my watch. Also, I don't have free time to keep an eye all the time.
I see. Then, we cannot do anything about it. If you don't want your yard touched so badly, why do you put something precious outside? You cannot just blame it on my kid too. Some wild animals might make a mess too, you know? Why don't you put a lock on it so people cannot get in without permission? It's just a garden, Grace. You are wrong for complaining.
Oh my goodness! I'm sorry, I didn't know you cannot have a decent conversation as an adult. Our yard is our property, and it's not a public playground. If you keep this up, you're going to end up in other people's yard and tearing them up too.
Excuse me? I'm not a bored housewife like you, Marina. I'm a working mom. I don't have time for this. I know a housewife like you have plenty of time. If you don't want my kid to come into your house, you should do something about it.
I know you only work part-time. I think a housewife is much busier than you.
Wow, are you trying to pick a fight with me?
No, it's just a simple prediction that a person who can even pay attention to their kid probably can do their job very well. Am I right?
I take responsibility for my work.
A person like you complains about the way the younger ones work and they think they are the best at what they do.
Not me.
I wasn't talking about you. I'm just saying, generally speaking.
Whatever. You're an adult. You should be responsible and take care of your own yard problems. I mean, it's a housewife's job to protect the house, right? You can even take care of your own yard. So, it's ridiculous for you to talk shit about me.
Jesus. It's really quite horrifying how an immature person raised a kid. I'm horrified.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Anyway, indeed, our yard was cruelly destroyed. And once I confirm the damage to the property, I'll ask you to pay for it. You're right. Adults should take responsibility for their actions.
Are you threatening me? I'm not going to pay for something that a child broke.
We'll see. Hello, Grace.
You again? Did something happen to your stupid yard again? I don't have time for this kind of talk.
No, luckily it's not my house this time.
What?
Today, someone went into Nancy's yard, 2 doors down from our house.
What? Are you saying that my kid did that? Were you stalking my kid? So creepy.
Just shut your mouth and listen to me, asshole.
Excuse me? Don't you dare talk to me like that. I won't forgive you.
It's you who won't be forgiven. Nancy told me everything. Your kid has smashed every single vegetable in her garden.
So what? I don't care. You're going to complain about every single thing my kid did? I wonder if this neighborhood is full of bored people.
Do you know that Nancy sells her organic vegetables?
I don't know and I don't care.
Oh honey, she's very angry. She said you neglected a duty to supervise your kid, and she will get a lawyer to make you pay for the damages. I guess she has a right to be upset. Your kid smashed a vegetable that she had grown for a long time.
What? Damages? What a greedy old lady she is, trying to get money out of me by overreacting.
Do you know that your kid is with the police right now?
What? The police? Why my child?
Nancy's son just happened to be home and caught your daughter red-handed.
Her son? Is that the creepy bald dude? What a creepy dude is stalking my daughter. He should be in jail. I mean, go and get my kid now. You're not busy, right? I'm busy with my work.
Why do I have to do that for an asshole like you? As a parent, you have to take responsibility for what your daughter did.
It's not my fault, so why should I take responsibility? It's your fault then. Because you kept an eye on my daughter and didn't stop her, right?
The fact that you're seriously saying that to me right now is freaking me out. You're insane. I guess you have no common sense at all. Or, I mean, you're just too dumb to have common sense.
Whatever! You should bring my kid back. You're responsible for this.
Unbelievable. This is why I hate talking to people with rotten brains. Oh, and Nancy and the police asked me if I knew anything about your family. I showed them our conversation from the other day. I told them that no matter how many times I told you about your daughter, you didn't seem to be cared.
Why are you causing me so much trouble? Why are you trying to put all the responsibilities on me? Go and get my kid now. It's your responsibility and I'm not doing it. Marina? What did you do?
How's your kid?
Since you didn't go, the police called my husband, so he picked her up.
Oh, that's good. If the parent didn't show up, your daughter won't be able to go home.
No, nothing is good about it. Why didn't you tell me about Nancy's son?
What are you talking about?
He's the president of my husband's company. You knew and you hid it from me. You're such an asshole.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew that her son was the president of the company, but I didn't know that your husband worked there. What a coincidence. I guess it's true that the world is smaller than you think.
I heard that you ran into him at the police station.
Oh yeah?
Stop acting like you don't care.
Of course I don't care. It's none of my business.
My husband was supposed to get a big promotion next year. How are you going to take responsibility? You've ruined my husband's reputation. Because of you, the future of our family is ruined.
Please, that's enough. How many times have I warned you? Instead of paying attention to your kid, you just let it go. On top of that, you blame me.
My husband is pissed at me saying I don't discipline our kid. You're going to have to pay for it, and it's not going to end well for you.
You deserve it, asshole.
Who the hell do you think you are? Do you understand whose fault is this?
If you want me to answer those questions, I'd say I'm just a stranger and it's all your fault. Because of dumb parents like you, school teachers are having a hard time teaching kids, and annoying kids are playing loudly in public places.
What? That's none of my business. It's the children's job to play. Children feel uncomfortable because of narrow-minded adults like you.
Listen to me, bitch. It's fine to let your kids play freely, but all kids should have manners and common sense. You are a parent. You are supposed to be a good example to your kid. You can use your work as excuses, but at least teach your kid properly so they don't cause trouble for others. Since then, I didn't receive any reply from Grace. However, I guess she and her kid learned their lesson. The kid never came into other people's yards. I still haven't received a proper apology from her, but her husband and her daughter came to our house to make an apology. He offered to pay for the gardening and the Christmas tree. I hope her daughter takes her father as a good example and becomes a well-mannered adult. Jane?
Hey, Kate. How are you doing?
Your car is in our yard again. I've told you many times that you cannot do that, right?
Oh, sorry. I'll move my car later in the evening. My brother and his wife came over, and we just needed an extra parking place. You're not going to park your car there, right? You don't have to get so mad like that. I'll move the car later.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to see my car when I pull out.
But if you can pull out, it's not a problem, right?
There is a problem. You can use my yard as parking. Also, my yard is in the middle of remodeling. There are tools and stuff in there, so it's dangerous.
It's fine. Don't worry too much. If you get too angry, you'll get wrinkles on your face.
If you have time to care about my wrinkles, please move that car.
Yeah, I will.
I'll be home at 5 p.m., so please make sure you move the car before then.
Okay.
Hey, Jane, you haven't moved the car yet?
Oops, I'm sorry. I'll move it soon.
Why don't you park somewhere else?
You told me you're not using your yard as parking. Also, I don't want my car to be towed.
My yard is not a free parking space. You do this every time your brother comes home, right? I'm going to call a tow truck.
Oh, come on. I'm making good use of the space in your yard that's available. Do you know that our kids are getting along very well? I wonder what will happen to your kid in kindergarten if you're not nice enough to me.
Are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you. But I know your kid is not very good at making friends, right? I told my kid to help your kid to make friends and make sure he is not alone. You should know that just letting me park the car makes your kid happy. You should be thanking me.
Is there something wrong with your brain?
Huh? What do you mean?
Nothing. I mean, I told you that there are some tools, and I cannot be responsible for any scratches on the car.
It's alright. I see your tools were organized on the shelves.
What if the car hits the shelves and falls off?
I'm a good driver. I won't hit it.
Oh, really?
Yep. So, let me park there for 1 more hour. Then, I will move it later. I'm sorry, Kate. Let me leave the car there overnight.
What? Are you serious? You said it would be an hour and now you're telling me I should wait for another night?
I told you I'm sorry. I opened a good wine and I can drive now. My brother and his wife drank too. So, they decided to stay the night.
Oh my goodness! Why don't you move the car before you get drunk?
Well, I cannot do anything about it now. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Kate, I just moved the car. Thank you very much.
Good. This can't happen again, okay?
Oh no, I'm sorry, but I have to use your yard again tonight.
What? Why? Your brothers have gone home, right?
We're having a family reunion this time, so I'll park the car there until tomorrow morning.
No, you cannot do that.
Oh, come on, please. Just think about your kid, you know?
Here we go again.
We should help each other.
Fine.
Yay! Thank you!
But please remember one thing. Please don't complain if any tool hits or scratches your car.
I won't complain unless you did it on purpose. Are you planning to do something on my car?
No, I wouldn't do it on purpose.
Then, there's no problem.
And the ground is a little messy from the rain. Please don't complain if your car gets dirty because of it.
I won't complain about that kind of tiny stuff. You know what? I'm not that narrow-minded. Get it?
I'm glad to know that you won't complain.
Okay then, I will see you tomorrow. Kate?
Yes?
When I got out of the car, there was some hole in the yard and I stuck my foot in it.
What?
You dig a pit.
Me? No, I didn't do it.
Oh really? There wasn't a hole like this yesterday. I got mud all over my feet. So disgusting.
I'm sorry to hear that, Jane.
Are you?
I just imagine your reaction. It's so funny. I guess the ground was softened by the rain.
I don't think so. You did it.
Do you have any proof that I dug it?
I don't, but I know you did it. You will pay for what you did to me. Kate!
What do you need now?
You moved the shelves.
What?
When I moved the car, there was an unstable shelf in front of the car and it hit my car.
Oh, really? Maybe my husband moved the shelves? I told you, we're remodeling the yard, so it's normal that we move the shelves.
You did it on purpose. Because of the stupid shelves, my car has dents.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Jane.
What are you going to do?
I asked you before you parked the car. I told you not to complain if the tool hit or scratched your car. I didn't put them there on purpose. So why are you mad at me?
Yeah, you asked me that. But you didn't tell me you were moving the shelves. First of all, it's weird you put the shelves in the yard. And it was unstable.
It's our yard and it's none of your business. I mean, you should check before you move the car, you know? If you knew that the shelves were unstable, why don't you be more careful?
There were no shelves here yesterday.
You would have noticed it even if it wasn't there yesterday. I thought you were a good driver. Or did you lie to me?
I'm not a liar. I'm a good driver. Whatever it is, move these shelves out of the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm away from home.
What? What are you going to do with this? I cannot carry these shelves by myself. Hurry up and come home.
I'm sorry, I can't. Please deal with it on your own. I won't be back for 3 days. So you can leave it there during that time.
What the hell? I will make sure your kid will be alone in kindergarten. It's your fault.
I didn't do it on purpose?
Of course you did it on purpose. You pissed me off really bad. I'll tell my kid not to play with your kid. Your poor kid will be alone all the time because of his stupid mother.
Do whatever you want. I talked to my kid today and he seems to have made other friends beside your kid.
No way. That's not true.
I mean, he told me your kid is selfish all the time. He might be happy to know that he won't have to be involved with your kid.
My kid is selfish? How could you say that?
Well then, do whatever you want.
You will pay for this, Kate.
In the end, Jane had no choice but to leave her car at our yard that day. Her husband was supposed to use the car the next day and he finds out that Jane had parked the car in our yard without permission. On top of that, she had scratched the car. Jane accused me that I did it on purpose, and she and her husband came to our house later that day. I explained to her husband that she had parked the car in our yard and threatened me, even though I had warned her many times before. After her husband found out the truth, he got furious. He scolded her and made her apologize right in front of me. Since then, Jane no longer parks her car at our house and we are now living peacefully. But sometimes I think of how I would have liked to see Jane stuck in a hole.
Hey Nora, what's up with the lunch? Are you messing with me?
I made it just for you. I made it with fruit salad and other things to balance it out. How is it the messing with you?
You know I don't like vegetables, right?
Yes, But I looked for a recipe that even a child who hates vegetables could eat, and I made it for you. I put particular effort into the seasoning and so on.
I don't care about seasoning. If you know I don't like vegetables, you're messing with me.
But if there's only meat, it's not balanced, right?
That's right, but I wanted fried chicken. But all that was in there was grilled chicken breast. Where's the fried chicken? This lunch is torture.
Torture? You're exaggerating. I made you fried chicken yesterday.
You just baked it in the oven, didn't you? That's not fried food. What I want is real fried chicken.
Oh my, you're a picky eater. On top of that, you've been gaining weight lately, haven't you? You've even had a lot of health issues. You keep wanting to eat fried food, but if you eat anything you want, you'll get sick.
Shut up. Instead of moderating your diet for your health, eat whatever you want as much as you want. If it kills you, so be it. Life is short and fulfilling. That's what I believe.
But I want you to live a long and healthy life.
There's no point in living a long life eating food that don't taste good. That's why I'm throwing away today's lunch.
Oh no, what a waste of food. Prices have gone up recently, and the cost of food is getting higher.
It's your fault for buying vegetables that I hate. If you're gonna talk about food costs, you should only buy my favorite foods. If you're my wife, you're supposed to make lunches that your husband will be happy to eat.
But when you say your favorite food, it's all meat and mac and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese? I love it. I'll make some today.
Stop it! You had it for dinner last night too. You didn't touch any of the side dishes at dinner. Just the mashed potatoes and gravy.
That's because you only cook food that don't taste good. I'm so unlucky to have horrible cook for a wife. You can't even cook a satisfactory meal. And yet, you're always harping on about my health.
I used to cook a lot before we got married. Nobody has seemed to mind up to now.
That's because they're just being considerate. But I'm your husband. It's my duty to guide my wife. From now on, I want you to cook according to my instructions.
I don't want to cook food that's too rich or too unhealthy.
Don't defy your husband. Who do you owe your livelihood to? I'm the one who earns the money to buy the food, aren't I? Don't get smart with me. You waste food with your terrible cooking.
You're the one wasting food. Besides, I'm working too.
Your job is low paying with no responsibilities compared to mine.
So that's what you think, is it?
It's true. I'll tell you what I want you to do starting with dinner tonight. So make sure it's done exactly the way I want it. Do you understand? You must do exactly as I told you. Nora, do you have any idea what you've done?
I'd like to ask you the same thing. Nate, what have you been doing? You left yesterday and never came back. Where have you been? Are you at work now?
It's none of your business where I go. What's more, what was for dinner?
What do you mean? I did my best to give you what you wanted.
Not even close. I didn't ask for the kind of meal. You horrible cook.
What? I made a steak, just as you specified in your recipe. What was the problem with that?
You know what? How long have you been with me?
What? About 5 years?
How many times have you had dinner with me in those 5 years? You haven't noticed anything. You have seen how I eat, right?
How you what? You mean not very good table manners? I've always thought it's impolite to talk while eating, or hold your fork like that.
Wrong. Don't belittle me. Did you see how much sauce I pour on my steak?
Yes, a lot. You were really angry when I mentioned it to you before.
Yeah, I was. It's just not quite enough for my taste.
You put ketchup and sauce all over your fast food too.
If you know them, you should seasoning it like that. It was just as if there was no flavor at all. I don't know how you can call that food.
It was seasoned well. I tasted it. I'm sure of it. Besides, if you put that much sauce on it, you'd be consuming too much salt.
It takes a lot of sauce to get a flavor the way I like it.
Every time you measure it, your blood pressure gets higher. It's time to start cutting back.
Don't be silly. It doesn't matter if you live a long life with thin taste buds.
You have to live with lifestyle-related diseases for the rest of your life. It costs a lot of money for medical care. You talk about a short and fulfilling life, but there's no guarantee that one day it'll end abruptly.
Don't make me say it over and over again. You're a messed up wife, but don't you dare talk back to me. Anyway, you need to get us sausage, ketchup, and mayonnaise right now. I want you to make sure we have plenty of it.
Huh?
Oh, and no low sodium, half calorie crap.
I don't use those products with additives, but I want people to taste the flavor of the food. If you chew it well, it tastes good without a strong seasoning. That way, you can get a satisfaction from a little bit of food.
You're talking back to me again. Do you know the situation you're in right now?
I'm your wife, your spouse.
A wife's job is to satisfy her husband. Listen, I'll go ahead and come home today. In return, as I said before, you'll get plenty of condiments. You'll also prepare the dishes I specify. You'll also double the seasoning.
If you make it this strong...
If I'm not satisfied, I'll really divorce you.
Fine. Nate, let's talk. Come home.
No way. I'm divorcing you.
Come on.
Didn't I tell you before that if I'm not satisfied, we'll have a divorce? If you can't feed me, you're not a wife. You say my body and health are important. I'm fine right now.
It's just that you don't have any symptoms yet. You know, your health check results are all in the red, right? If you keep on like this, you're not gonna get better.
My grandfather and my father ate whatever they wanted, just like me. My grandfather lived until 80, and my father is still healthy.
Both your grandfather and your father went to the hospital regularly, right?
Of course, as you get older, you're gonna get a little wear and tear. It doesn't matter what you eat. If that's the case, it's 100 times better to eat whatever you want while you're still alive. Anyway, I'm sick of your cooking.
Sick of it? But you hardly ever eat it.
I hate it when you talk back to me like that. I'm going to be free to eat whatever I want now.
Wait, that's really not enough for you to live on. I'll try harder to cook food that you can eat.
You say that, and you're gonna put in vegetables and put less seasonings, aren't you? I'm not voting for that anymore.
I'm saying that because I'm thinking of your health.
Not necessary. You're messing with me. It's like you don't really know the situation that you're in. I already got the divorce papers. Fill them out when you get home.
That's so cruel.
Hey Nora, how are you? Are you still living health-conscious food?
Nate, long time no see. How are you?
I'm fine. No complaints when you can eat whatever you want. Everyone at work says I look great. I guess your screwy cooking was hard on me. I'm glad you let me go.
Yeah, I hope you're well.
The best thing for your health is to eat what you want and live a stress-free life.
You're probably right.
Right? You should be honest with yourself too. Don't force yourself to be so health-conscious.
I'm not like I'm forcing myself. I like vegetables.
Jeez, you've been so stubborn again. Well, if you get jealous of my eating habits, you can call me. Your property fried chicken isn't bad.
I don't envy you. I'm afraid of you.
Don't be so stubborn. Then you call me when you miss me. I don't mind if it's steak.
No thanks.
Nora, how are you?
Hey Nate, I'm still here as usual. What do you want?
I've been feeling a little under the weather lately.
Oh, really? Are you busy with work?
No matter how much sleep I get, I feel heavy and tired. My legs ache all of a sudden. It doesn't feel like a cold. It's just weird.
That's terrible. If it continues, maybe you should go to the doctor. I'm sure your unhealthy diet is paying off.
Hey, why don't you come live with me again?
Huh?
It's just that I've become so incapacitated that it's just hard to move. And the appreciation for you really sank in.
You want me to take care of you?
I mean, you could help me get up a little bit. Like, take me to and from the station. Even though we divorced, you were my wife once, right? Isn't it a wife's job to support her husband?
I don't want to. No way. Besides, we aren't married anymore.
Don't be so stubborn. You need money, don't you?
I have enough to live on my own.
Your job is simple job with no responsibilities.
I have responsibilities. I make hospital food, according to the physical requirements of each patient.
What?
That's because I'm a hospital dietitian. You always seem to underestimate my work, so it's no wonder you don't remember.
No. I didn't mean to condescend to you. I think you're doing a great job. That's why you care about my food.
I think I would have cared, even if I weren't in the profession.
You woke me up when I had to work. I can't get up by myself, and on top of that, I'm feeling sluggish. I'm late and missing work more and more, and the company is not happy. Let's get married again, and you can wake me up every morning like you used to.
I decline.
Nora, I'm sorry. Will you try again with me?
I decline.
Please, come on.
I'm not a doctor. I can't fix your problems now. You should go to a doctor instead of depend on me, really.
Doctors aren't my thing. Nora, I need help.
Huh? What in the world?
I went to the hospital because I suddenly felt pain all over my body.
It's been a month since I told you to go, but...
It was hard for me to find the courage to go. Anyway, the doctor was really pissed at me.
Well, I can imagine.
I was told I have severe diabetes, high blood pressure, cirrhosis, gout, and hyperlipidemia.
A parade of lifestyle-related diseases.
I was told that I should be hospitalized for health management right away.
That's right. Well, work hard on your diet, because sometimes your numbers will settle down.
Hey, you're the dietitian at the hospital, right? Would you cook for me? You're my wife. You're gonna have to support me. Because, you see, I'm really sorry.
I don't want to.
Huh? You told me before. You said you'd make me a recipe that I could eat. And the other day, it was all over the internet. They said that you're the creator of recipes that even people with dietary restrictions love.
That was when I still had feelings for you as a wife. No matter how much effort I put into the recipe, I was always told that there were vegetables in it, that it was just baked, or that the flavor was too weak. I got tired of being told that the taste was bland and you getting angry at me. It was also sad to have a lot of sauce and ketchup poured on the dishes I had researched and made. Even my packed lunches got thrown away. I've had enough.
I won't complain anymore, please. I want to eat the kind of food I read about on the internet.
I refuse. If you've been told you need to be admitted to the hospital for controlled care, then grow up and get the treatments you need.
Then I'll go to the hospital where you work.
You know, my current workplace is not my former hospital.
Huh?
They moved me to another affiliated hospital in another state.
Where is it?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Please, cook for me. I want to eat your food.
You don't have to be so obsessed with me. All hospital food looks healthy and delicious these days. I'm not the dietitian there, but they're always the one.
It has to be you.
I heard you've gained even more weight since the divorce.
Huh?
One of your colleagues is a friend of mine from school. He says you've gained even more weight since the divorce, and you don't seem to care about hygiene anymore.
I was so busy with work that I didn't have time to shower. When we were married, you even cleaned the bathroom so I could take one. That's why I can't do without you, please. I understood that after the divorce. You're all I had. Please, start over with me again.
Even though you've been calling me a terrible cook at work?
I'm sorry. I wanted to maintain my dignity at work too. That's what it takes to be a capable man. If you're my wife, you'd understand. But I won't anymore. I won't throw away your lunches and I won't complain about your cooking.
It's stupid. I won't make up with you or cook for you anymore.
You don't care if I die?
Your grandfather lived until 80. Your father is still healthy, right?
That's true, but...
Then it's okay, isn't it?
No. My father actually wasn't as healthy as I thought he was.
I heard he's on the verge of going blind from diabetes. His liver is also failing.
If you know that much, You can understand why I'm so frantic, right?
If you don't want to end up like your father, you need to get your lifestyle back on track.
I don't want to be hospitalized. I lose my freedom.
That's the price you pay. Even if you can't get back on your feet, you'd still like to live a short, fulfilling life, wouldn't you? That's great. Congratulations. Well then, I'm going to block you because I don't want you to bother me anymore.
Please, don't abandon me.
Nate was forcibly hospitalized. His condition worsened considerably, and he was told that the treatment would take a long time. So, he decided to take a leave. However, the prospect of his return to work is hopeless, and it seems that he will be forced to resign. My coworkers said I was lucky to get rid of the filthy, useless guy. Being featured online as the hottest nutritionist, I am now publishing a recipe book. I hope I can help people who are struggling with dietary restrictions.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.